What is up, F and True followers and members of the YWC? GAC Styles here, back with the Monday Night Raw review for 2011. Raw just went off the air a couple of minutes ago, so I'm going to run down the match card. I'm going to talk about the key moments of the night, then I'm going to wrap it up. So, we start the show off. We see Alberto Del Rio come out and, talks about how Night of Champions, what's going to happen between him and John Cena. Then we see, Bret Hart come out, and they talk about what it is to be a champion, what it is to be a champion, what it takes to be a champion. Alberto Del Rio kind of like tears down Bret Hart and kind of says, you're not a champion. You look like a homeless person with that 90s jacket with the slick back greased hair and all that. And then John Cena comes out and, he does his normal routine and gets the crowd hyped up, does his comic act that he normally does to set up, to make a match, which would have been Bret Hart versus Alberto Del Rio for the WWE Championship, which turned out to be a tag team match. Ricardo Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio taking on Bret Hart and John Cena for later in the night. Then we move into the first match of the night. We see John Morrison and Alex Riley pick up the win over Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Now, Swagger and Ziggler aren't really getting along eye to eye as over the last couple of weeks, due to the fact is that they're both trying to win over Vicky Guerrero's managerial services. These guys aren't on the same page, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for them to be as a tag team when they hate each other's guts. Then we see The Miz and Kofi Kingston. Pre-match, we see Miz and R-Truth talk about this Sunday's tag team championship match, how they're going to win the tag team titles at Night of Champions. There's a lot of build up towards Night of Champions, and I'm hoping the pay-per-view will be ecstatic. Please stay tuned for that. Me and Brian will be doing the predictions sometime within the next couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. So the match finishes up. We see The Miz hit the skull-crushing finale to pick up the win over Kofi Kingston. We see Jerry the King Lawler announce Sheamus as his mysterious partner to take on David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. We see the King and Sheamus pick up the win over McGillicuddy and David Otunga. Cena and Bret Hart defeat Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez after Del Rio leaves Ricardo to get AA'd. Then we see him get put in the sharpshooter, which I'm kind of shocked that we saw Kelly versus Vicky Guerrero after the Cena Bret Hart tag match. I would have thought that Bret Hart would have probably been the main event, being that they are two main eventers. Well, they're a Hall of Famer and a main eventer. We see Kelly pick up the win over Vicky Guerrero using via Schoolboy. Then we saw a rematch from this past Friday night's SmackDown. We saw Cody Rhodes, the Intercontinental Champion, take on the World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton. Now, this was actually a pretty good, interesting match. I mean, Cody Rhodes is really, really good in the ring. He's got that quickness. He's got that technical ability. I mean, his dad was the American Dream. And, I mean, I'm not really fond of Cody Rhodes. I mean, he's a fantastic athlete, but I'm just not really interested in him. I'll show you who I'm actually interested in. Funny enough, I went to Walmart and I grabbed it. Zack Ryder. You can't really see it, but... And of course, it's not a figure collection if you don't have The Miz with his leather coat and United States Championship. But anyway, solid match. We see Mark Henry distract Randy Orton. We see Cody use his face mask followed by the Crossroads for the win on Randy Orton. Post match, we see Mark Henry come down and try to and take it to Orton. And then for the final closing moments of the night, we see Triple H come out, followed by CM Punk. They're out there hyped for their final confrontation before Night of Champions. They talked about the text message, Kevin Nash being fired. They hyped up the match by talking about what they're going to do to one another. Then they talked about what it is to be over in the company, how you have to earn every little thing. You have to earn the fans' respect. And it's true. I mean, you got to earn everything, but it's all storyline, and it's a very interesting storyline. I still think that they should have let CM Punk stay out for a little bit longer, to help build the storyline. But I know that they wanted to kind of rush the storyline because they wanted to have Del Rio tour, Mexico as WWE champion. They were in Canada tonight, so it was a very good overall Raw tonight. Then CM Punk, Triple H turns around. He's like, this Sunday, I'm not coming at you as Triple H or the guy who you insulted. I'm coming to you as a man, and I'm going to kick your ass. And Punk was, fed into it so well. And he was like, well, you're going to kick my ass? Well, I'm going to kick your ass because my quest for change isn't gonna end until you no longer the COO. And then he goes, I'm not talking to you as CM Punk to Triple H. I'm talking to you as Phil Brooks and Paul Levesque. And that's when his mic cut out. Then Triple H gave him another mic. The second mic cut out. Then by that time, Triple H handed him the third mic, and he just clocked Triple H to end the show with the mic. I'm definitely looking forward to Night of Champions. It's going to be a stacked card, stacked show. I hope WWE will deliver. Guys, thank you for watching this Monday Night Raw review. Brian will have his thoughts up a little bit later on tonight, early tomorrow morning, like he always does. Please check that out. Also, please check out Most Extreme Wrestling. They did their very first Q&A show the other day. Also, please check out all the various members of the F and True Click. They are all listed on our channel under About Us, so please check them out. Or just check out the F and True Click channel. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm JC Styles. Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a good night.